item build. Ezreal's definitely a cheetah champion, and Root's played more of it. But still, it is a cool stack, still deserves it. Let's give you guys the lineups here. You're never quite sure with Jin Air. They do mess around with their lineups, and they will not be fielding the player who, next to Root, many people would say has been their most impressive performer. Will be C's starting in the jungle. Malrang will be
the win. Everybody believes that there should be at least one series win. We're just not sure when that Jin Air is going to strike.
And it seems like everybody agrees that effort should be starting for SKT on both the internal and external part of the org. Mata played at Rift Rivals, but effort picks and bans. There it is, baby. Super obvious. Papa called it. Everyone called it. If you see the Sejuani, you know it's going to be some level of lane bully. Renekton or Fiora. If it's the Aatrox, it's always going to be the Fiora. Well, it's time for Khan to have one of those days out. We'll see if Jin Air can do anything. But I would say that now power level of the Aatrox changed, and it's very, very difficult from early. Clid's already topside.
Ooh, they wanted that Q out. He's trying to burst down Khan, but that is not going to happen. As easy as you would like, just hand it over to the side of Clid. He's going to pick up first blood.
It's pretty abysmally.
Somebody start the music.
But who does this benefit? Sees my fine Faker.
Okay, Faker, awkward spot here. See what he does. Doesn't look like he has Valkyrie. Flashes away and sees is going to be able to flash in and pick up that kill.
Now, usually this would benefit the Sejuani, who was jungling topside, but right then, Sejuani W timing from Khan. When will the riposte come out?
Yeah, gotta wait for that. They want to do a bit of damage first. There's the riposte to get away from that Aatrox, but he is going to be able to tank it up, Grace, and make sure that Linderong can go in to help out for the kill.
Well executed. They're going to get turret play answered, though, in the mid lane, and because of the timing, we're at 7 minutes this game. Going to be very standard on-hit build. Topside, Clid. For C's.
Okay, trying to get on top of this guy as the stun is going to come in, and double ultimate coming through from the Sejuani. Is the damage there, though, as Clid is going to flash forward, but the Aatrox is going to shut him down! And now the Aatrox is a monster. They just have to deal with him, but C's is coming back, and this is a disaster for SKT, as Jin Air are going to pick up 2. They're looking for one more, but Khan able to flash and duke his way out, but that's 2 kills for none in favor of Jin Air.
And even though SKT's members responded first and were more aggressive, they just couldn't get that first kill. The Silas lives on about 100 to 200 health. The moment the Azir came in, easy cleanup as he wants Khan. Won't have the range on it, needs to be half a second more decisive, but this is big for Jin Air Green Wings. Because they're in position, it shows.
We talked about trying to play make, and here we go again, but the rest of Jin Air showing up. Faker able to shoot a bunch of damage in their face once again. Effort trying to come in here, but the Devour is on point. Sees is going to be able to get away once again. They still have not been able to kill the Silence.
No, because Jin Air have been pretty good about responding and reading the map state pretty well. And they were, of course, very active in the lane swapping in the early game round against Fiora. The Hydra is done, so some of the chip damage is less meaningful onto that Fiora. And here is Fiora.
Khan really doesn't seem to care, is able to riposte the sweep away as now Root is going to flash, but it looks like he's still going to be dead as the follow-up and the fade away from Teddy to lock him down will net them a kill.
The line skill shots are good. The Fiora suddenly has the ability to curl around, come over a wall, and get into melee range of the Azir. And this is the part of the game where Jin Air usually trip up. Not going to say they fully tripped just yet, but
takes a little bit away from their mid push, but at least they do get that summoner.
The Guani ult does hit onto Grace.
Okay, and now we're ulting onto Effort here, who does have that stopwatch. The slow going strong here up against Jin Air. Faker trying to do his best and nearly kills Root by himself with that one rocket, the big one, straight to the face. And the poking is so real. You mentioned it, especially when the items come up, but even already, Corki and Varus doing their thing.
Absolutely, and that's why the fight was started. Clid throws out an ult, it gets a Devour, and then suddenly it's Corki and Varus with a long leash to throw out poke, and even Root can't match it from where it was during the laning phase. Speaking of the end of the laning phase, we're looking for some skirmishes.
Now we're poking again here as the immediate cleanse out of Kellen. This guy knows his mechanics. Linderong over the wall. Nearly dies by himself, and now he's being slowed. Is going to get out of there just barely with the Devour. But you can see that SKT Still looking for it. Is actually going to hit Kellen, but it's not enough to kill him.
They're going to run a Baron here. They're going to at least consider it. Yep, straight on to Baron.
Yeah, they've done enough poking, and they know that they've pushed these players out. But Linderong does have his teleport. Let's take a look. Okay, nice block there from effort as Khan is able to get that ultimate out of Grace very early. It's down to the wire, and it will go SKT's way. Khan in a bit of trouble. Is going to be the first sacrifice, though, and Teddy is going to follow suit, as Linderong won't be able to catch the 3-man that jump onto that blasting plant. But the Baron at 2140 is going to be a great objective for SKT.
Going back to that Coke can analogy, didn't know there was still Fizz left in the game, but once again they shake it up with aggressive picks in the enemy jungle, and this time a Baron shakes out of it. The Mountain Drake was definitely the spoiler that they'd be going to that area. They chunk out the jungler again. And now Clid's looking to be a very assertive Piggy. Grace not very high in health.
Is that thick Piggy you were talking about before? All the items going one-on-one. As that adaptive helm just puts him in the ground. One-on-one, the jungler, and he's even going to recall.
Yep, he's going to get out. Adaptive helm is built to deal with Azir. The item is 1,000 gold. And some of the completed items, we already saw the amusing value of that adaptive helm. So, yeah, adaptive helm against the Azir. But this Corki is gone for the high roll build. If he's critting, he's deleting health bars.
All right, now we're thinking about this Abyssal Voyage. Faker trying to get over the wall here, and that is not going to work as Kellen NC is going to throw out a bunch of abilities, but not much is going to hit as SKT will be able to get
SKT have multiple ways they can play out this game. I may actually get this Baron power play higher as effort. He's dead.
What?
Well, you see, he went alone and died. That's what happened.
Excuse me? Yeah, I mean, really just trying to force it there. I think the communication was way off.
That play only works if Fiora's plan that was, we're not going to deal with these crappy lanes, we're going to make it about us, and they achieved it, Valdez. They were playing really well in the first 15 minutes or so. As, okay, re-engage.
Wow, okay.
That's not going to work.
Went for a big play. Information, that was not a blitzcrank.
No, that was Grace going for a big play, but he was halted. They cut him off halfway through. So rude. Don't get a full conversation out of them, and they're going to try and break the pace again.
Clid's just going to say no, and now Faker says, yes, I want to do the damage. Onto C's is going to force him away. And now he's going 1v1 onto Root as Kellen's like, wait, how'd you die so fast?
It's cute.
Yeah, he's going to get that Devour on time. Suppose he was saving it for that moment as this is without Baron.
It's becoming a new favorite among the LCK 80 carries. Going to see this replay. Grace thinks he's going to get a huge play here. He's not, because he gets Sejuani ulted as he's about to come through. The ward over the wall was actually the reason they knew to Sej ult when they did.
Right,
so now we're pressuring both sides of the map. What can Jin Air do?
Coming on in now as 3, as Azir is very far behind. Nobody can C's do it. The answer is going to be no as Sejuani gets it. Stopwatch is on point from C's, but he's immediately going to go down as Faker is going to be swept up there by the Azir. But he just disappears immediately as Teddy is shredding them all in the back line. Khan says hello, and that's going to be 4-0 now as SKT going to be looking to push to win the game.
You knew the 4-1 would come eventually. They delayed Fiora versus Aatrox, but still inevitability when SKT's in the game. Faker wants Kellen. It's going to be a team wipe, and SK Telecom T1. It took a lot of hard work. Credit for effort in the early game to Jin Air, but now SKT can close out game 1.
They're able to all get on in there. Clid is going to be a little bit late for the picture, but he did a lot in the picture of this game as down it will all go. SKT slowly but surely are able to come to the first victory of the night.
Very cool game between SK Telecom T1 and Jin Air. Not a blowout. That stays cool in the photo there.
I like the one on the right.
The one on the right's a bit derpy, if I'm going to be real. But
it's like, Khan, why aren't you playing? Why aren't you doing something, literally?
Well, Khan did a lot of stuff. If we get a replay of the last fight, Linderong teleported in.
Hide!
But as he was teleporting in, Fiora took out 85% of his health bar, and he had to stopwatch after the teleport was done, so just couldn't achieve anything. Teddy fighting, support from Hong Kong. Shout out to because you know what? If there aren't enough Jin Air fans are going to show up, the SKT fans are going to come up, buy up those tickets, a Thailand fan as well. The global setting is never more apparent than when SK Telecom T1 are on the Rift. Something you want to do. Wow, we're just taking a tour of the world here, going through the fans.
Yeah, he's saying, I came to watch you from the Netherlands and Korean.